Let's see what I'm in for.
Far more difficult than sending emblems to slumber. Sound asleep.
Hello again. Now,
Indeed, I wonder if you might rest forever.
I hope
We
not.
left you unattended. This must be how Rafal felt.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh my goodness.
Good morning.
Morning.
You have overslept a bit.
Yeah,
there is
that's
time.
normal.
Still, best not delay.
That's normal. Anyways, hello, all you wonderful, wonderful people out there. I am a random Darklink. Welcome back to this playthrough that I am doing on Fire Emblem Engage. And this episode, just like two previous ones that have just been full of support conversations, this is going to be a showcase episode. Like, I automatically know it's just going to be a showcase episode because I racked up a ton of support conversations. But I also have another thing to add on top of that, and that is the case of, drumroll, class changes. So many level 20 advanced class. Yeah, a lot of characters need to get into different classes. So, yeah, how this will work, I will try to explain to the best of my ability my decisions for this case, because this isn't entirely blind anymore. I've basically given up on that after the Feldsound log, but I'm going to take what other people have done, try to add my own spin on it, and just try to explain why I would decide to do this right now. Two of the most obvious ones are the guys that I kept in a base class and reclassed when we had the second seals going already, because we ran out of master seals and I knew that I wanted to like do something different with these guys, because yeah, things are going well. So like, first things first, to the guy that has capped speed, 43 speed, oh my goodness, and capped res, I know automatically what I'm going to be changing his class into, because that's honestly the only thing that he's able to promote to advance-wise at the moment. So, but also, run through is a pretty. It has its uses. So let's change to the Sword Master class. Why don't we? Oh, that dude looks like an actual Swordmaster. Awesome. Yeah, you're definitely worthy, man. And let me guess, his speed... Is his speed... No, his speed has become... How high does his speed go? Holy moly, dude. You have a lot of speed. Yeah, so my thinking with this is that when you get into an advanced class, you can automatically go into a class that you wanted to go into in the first place. The issue is, like, he's gained enough strength that I don't really see him going back into a mage line, because this is just how this clan grew. So that was my thinking with that. Like, I'll keep him as a sword master, but also just because, like, I plan to class someone out of sword master, just given like how decent their growths are. So yeah, Clanne's out of the way. Jean, of course, is another easy option. He has capped skill, speed, and defense. How? But yeah, he's going places. So yeah, Sean is also going to be an easy one to deal with. He is becoming a sage, getting more skill and more magic to work with. But ultimately, just, yeah. You know, my main worry with this is he's going to be wearing the same outfit that all sages wear, and so it's going to expose his 10-year-old body to the elements. And it's kind of problematic. Oh, God. Yeah. It's pretty bad. It's really bad. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. The game developer should have thought of something about this. I wonder if I can change outfits and have him wear something like outside of the Somniel, maybe. Like in Heroes, in like, sorry, Three Houses. I'm not so sure. Oh, that looks bad. And now to deal with the obvious ones of like individuals that I don't really feel the need to get out of like their original class line just because they are really good all the same. Like, for example, Alfred is one of those individuals where I'm just going to be looping back into the Avenir class since he already has balanced growths, capped his res, and is bound to cap most of his stats at some point. He already has Golden Lotus, which is already an incredible skill. You can only like inherit 2 skills as is, so just keeping that in line is, you know, really good when paired with an emblem, and, you know, he's really fine. But yeah, the paladin would improve his dexterity and speed, but reduce everything else at the cost of just like only being able to wield one weapon, which, you know, I think it's just a big turn off for me. This class, however, it isn't as extreme as the Great Knights, but you're still able to wield 2 different, you know, weapons, which is really nice. It's really nice. And so he's one of those individuals that I don't really feel the need to change, like, do some major class changes. So we're just going to go put him back in. Yeah, nothing really fancy about that. Yeah, you should be able to grow a little bit more into this this true paladin class. Is what I call it, the true paladin class. Ivy's also another obvious one, mostly because the Lindworm and well, our sister Hortensia's like personal classes are the only 2 classes that I know of, like, in the main game that allow you to have the flying utility, staff utility, and the ability to wield tomes while being a flyer altogether. Like, they're the only 2 that have access to that specific skill set. And it would just be a shame to try and compromise that, especially when it's, you know, quite useful overall. That and I don't know, it's just like any other class that I would put her into, it's like, you know, the only like specific class that I can see her like really just benefiting in, probably just to like learn a skill, is this would probably be the only class that I see her like, you know, going in just to, you know, change it up. But the reason why I've been so hesitant to put her in this is mostly just because it's just not the same. She isn't able to traverse all terrain, and an all terrain healer is just, it's just really helpful. So I've already made up my mind. She's remaining a Lindworm. She's not going to go the reclassing route. But yeah. Yeah, so that one is pretty obvious. In the meantime, I think there's about 2 more. There's 2 more rows that I use in this main set of units. So like, yeah. In the meantime, we're going to be going to Alcryst, and we're going to be changing his class. He's also one of those individuals where it's like, oh yeah, I could, like, you know, put him somewhere else. Like, my issue is mostly just the fact that, like, you know, first off, Sniper is just inferior in all stat ways. Like, I could learn No Distraction, which grants crit plus 10 during combat with a foe that can't counter, and I feel like that would help him out, like, as a sniper, but the thing is, he has even less build, less dexterity, less speed. Like, he takes an 11-point stat penalty if he were to go that route, which is, ugh. And then, of course, you know, other, like, I don't know, his stats are just really good in this class. Luna's already a decent skill, and the thing that I've recognized, too, is just he can become just as fine of a competent character just by inheriting skills from emblems. And so, I don't need to explain anymore. Chore delete. Chore delete. So, yeah. And Diamant is the last of the royals that I'm using, so just like with most, I don't really see the need to go out of his native class line, especially when it's like, you know, he's supposed to be a fast sword wielder and, you know, basically be a hero that has the stats of a berserker, except with more res. Probably less strength and speed, but he's fitting that mold quite studiously. And so I really don't mind keeping him in the successor class, especially since when Soul is very much a class skill that's just very useful. So it's also just really fun to wield that Brave Axe with them anyway, so okay, that gives all the obvious, like, re-leans out of the way. Like, reclassing out of the way. So, even though Alear still technically counts as one of those individuals with a unique class, I'm still very much, at odds of what to do, because the thing is, he has a unique battle style, which I assume would be story significant, and that's why I want to keep him in the Divine Dragon, you know, class line. However, what I'm also trying to do is I'm trying to, like, custom fit my team a little bit more so that's better able to, like, make a severe impact on skirmishes, and that would mean, you know, actually changing him into a class that would be a lot more viable. My idea that has been, you know, popped into my head thanks to, like, a Neo Secret thread that I read online is, like, I would give him, you know, a lance proficiency, a lance or an axe proficiency, and yeah, make him a Wyvern Knight. He loses one more point of build with a 4-point boost to his dexterity, a 1-point boost to his speed, and a 1-point boost to his strength, and he automatically becomes one of the better Wyvern Knight reclass candidates. And, you know, his preemptive, like, attack rate just goes up because of the personal skill of this class, Air Raid, which has the unit initiating combat from a space so a foe can enter. It just, like, it grants speed plus 5 during combat. And, you know, he already has a dragon weakness anyway. This is, I'm paraphrasing the argument that this guy made to, you know, change Alear into a Wyvern Knight. I will be posting that in the comments or in the description for anyone who wants to check that out. But yeah, because, like, I'm really unsure. Like, this is going to be decided by a coin flip. Ooh, we're raising the stakes here. Okay, I have my quarter ready finally, and now we are going to flip this. Flip the coin to see what I get. Heads, we stay in the Divine Dragon line. Tails, we go a little experimental and do Wyvern Knight. And we're boring. Damn it. Oh, okay. I guess you're gonna stay a Divine Dragon. You're gonna stay a Divine Dragon. Dang it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I didn't want to be boring. So that takes care of, officially takes care of all the major reclassings. Now, this second tier of reclassings, yeah, I'm describing them in tiers because, you know, like this second wave is going to involve a, you know, a general shift in the class line to the other class for these characters. The first one I'm going to start with is Madeline because, as you could tell, she's a great tank. The issue with that is she cannot hit to save her life. And so my idea to help alleviate that and just keep her as, you know, the tank that we all know and love despite everything that it is. What I was going to do is, let's see. I was going to make her a great knight, but I was going to differentiate her just a tiny bit by making her a sword wield. Actually, we'll make her a lance wielder again and do that and change her back in. So all I really need to do is lance proficiency, and so I'm going to go look at the Emblem ring reference to see who offers that, and then we get to see a bond conversation between the two of them. Okay, so the person who's going to be granting her the necessary proficiency to get changed into a Great Knight will be a good pal Sigurd once we reach bond level 6. So we're going to be training up little bits here.
I may be young, but I'm not to be trifled with.
And
I am Sigurd of House Chalfie.
And she's going to earn her way into the Great Knight line. Which, to be quite honest, is a little poetic here because, for those of you who don't know, the Great Knight debuted in Sigurd's game, actually. So the fact that he's pretty much the protector in this case is pretty neat.
I hear you single-handedly defended your town. It's comforting to have such a knight with us.
It is a knight's duty to protect their people. I swear to prove myself worthy of your praise.
A character that has a healthy relationship with praise as opposed to her otherworldly counterparts. And now all we need to do is head to level 6. But yeah, I'm not going to be showing you this particular battle because it's just one thing here. And there we go. Lance proficiency. Got it. Alrighty, back to the main thing at hand. So now that Madeline, I think, has the required proficiency, I think she can go into, yep, there we go. So yeah, it's within her old original class line of knights. She gains more movement, more versatility. I wasn't the person to originally think about this, but this was an idea that I had, like, for myself before I looked online to see the arguments. And so, like, my line of thinking tended to align with those arguments. So this is what's going to happen. She loses her access to S rank in axes, but she does gain a significant, some significant, like, you know, much better utility. One more point of skill too, for just one less point in defense and two less points of strength. So yeah, she isn't going to be losing too much of her step by going into this class. So as much as we like the armor, here. It's going to be changed a little bit here. Still pretty cool, though. Not to be difficult, but this outfit's a little different than what I'm used to. Yeah, you're staying in it just so you can hit things. I don't care if it's not something that you're entirely used to quite yet. I mean, even it still works with your aesthetic just a little bit. You know, it's still not bad. Oh, wow. Okay, so, yeah, Madeline is now a Great Knight. You see where this is going, right? You see where this is going? Yeah, I'm basically having Louis and Madeline switch roles. So, yeah, that's happening. He's finally becoming the true wall he was always meant to be. I mean, he already still has high skill anyway, so I really don't mind him going back into the general, like, line. So, that's my thinking, too. It's just like, he's more naturally meant to be a wall. And so, yeah. He's back as a general. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Alright, I think the last person that I am thinking to sort of keep, like, to change into their lines, which would probably be Chloe, because she does actually I was right about this originally. The Pegasus Knight promotes to either the Griffin Knight or Wyvern Knight in this game. And so the issue, of course, is she's going to be losing a bunch of stats with a little bit more of an increase in strength and defense and HP, and a little bit more build. And so now it's more of the time if I want her to be a lance and axe wielder. I think I'm leaning toward a lance and sword leading Wyvern Knights, just because, like, it just allows for greater, like, weapon diversity. And plus, I already gained a healer in Jean again. Like, he can finally wield staves again as a sage. So I don't need necessarily another healer, even though it's nice having a flying healer, but it's like, she can only wield rank up to C. I mean, she gains 2 more points of strength. Like, of course I'm going to do this. Of course I'm going to do this. So yeah, she's getting out of the Griffin Knight line and into a line that she is able to do some interesting damage with. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I really do. I really do. And plus you gain air raid, which, you know, is a speedy thing anyway, so this is an interesting change for you, but I really don't mind you going that route. So, in terms of, like, my others, yeah. Okay, so if anything, now most of my reclassings that I'm going to be doing now before I loop back and do some more, like, same class reclass, is I'm going specifically for individuals that are going to be going out of their comfort zone just a tiny bit with their reclass options. So what I am going to be doing here is the fact that I think it's pretty obvious that Pandreo is probably one of the best pre-promotes that you can get. Like, the thing that I really enjoy about Enrage is the fact that they really did their pre-promotes justice and made them viable, because who would have thought that Pandreo would make one of the best sages in this entire game? Like, his build is unnaturally high, to paraphrase the Wiki article that I got this from. He has unnaturally high build for a magic character. He also has like a really decent skill that allows him to both hit and avoid things. Decent speed stat, decent dexterity. I mean, this guy's going to make a huge impact as a magic wielder, and he still has, just because like his proficiencies, like he has an inherent proficiency in staves as is, like he doesn't have to go right, he doesn't go to B rank like most sages. He has the added bonus of having a inflated A rank in staves, and so of course I'm gonna do this. Like, this dude has the potential to be one of the best magic wielders in the game. And doing that... And he can do that by going into a more magically inclined class. Yeah. I'm honored to dress as you like to... Yeah. It may reveal something a little bit about me, but... It's a little bit more appropriate on you, mostly because you're not a 10-year-old. But yeah, you look good, man. You look good. You look good, and yeah, of course, your speed is capped just like Jean's, but otherwise, you're still pretty okay. All right. Now, oh god, I'm gonna make some people angry. So when researching like ways to like think about how to like orient Jade is one of those characters that apparently, despite me using her so much, is not exactly like well liked as a main cast member. Mostly because, I mean, you already had Louis, and you know, knights and generals tended to be a little bit meh as tactical options, because hey, while they serve as solid walls, their movement is still pretty terrible, even if it is just a 2 movement like difference as opposed to like a 3 or 4 movement difference in other games in cases. But yeah, it's the general still has that tactical drawback that regardless of how tanky they can be, it's pretty terrible. So I've actually been thinking about ways to actually once again, I'm getting most of this stuff from Wikia. I was thinking of ways that I could, like, put Jade into a line that might just be a little weird compared to, like, what she's been doing so far. And, well, I mean, the truth is, like, I wanted to make her something quite, interesting, because her growth rates, her natural growth rates, are actually allow her to serve as a wide variety of roles. And so there's like one thing in particular that I actually wanted to try and do for her, and that was mostly because like she has an inherent proficiency for axes, and just doing this would actually allow for something of one of the weirdest things I think I've ever seen on a Fire Emblem game. I was thinking of making her a Mage Knight. Legit. Like, I was thinking of trying to make her a Mage Knight. I mean, her build goes down significantly, but her magic goes up by 6 points, and it's not the hardest thing to get back up. But it is an interesting choice. I will say this is, I don't know how decently viable it is since I'm doing this reclassing so late anyways, but it's, yeah. So in that case, in order to do that, she needs to have a tome proficiency, and to do that, because Celica is sort of out of commission until further notice. The only person that can actually grant tome proficiency without too much issue is Micaiah. She gives it out to individuals who can inherit skills at, like, you know, maybe level 8, level 9, I believe, of Bond. Whereas every other, like, bonus emblem gives it out at, like, level 16, which is just... No. So, yeah, we're going to be going back into the arena, and we're going to be training Jade's bond with Micaiah in order to get that tome proficiency.
I challenge you. Face my iron wall.
I am Micaiah. It's a pleasure. I need more training, I suppose.
I might have to write a book about this.
Well, I mean, Micaiah was a glass cannon in her original game, so...
It's said even a roadside pebble can shine like a gem with enough polish. Isn't that inspirational?
That does apply to people as well. But in my eyes, Jade, you already shine like a gem.
That's sweet. Okay, Okay, and now... It's pretty cool. And level 9 magic proficiency. Here we go. Just needed to do that. There we go. Okay. Now you have the tome proficiency, and so now, if I'm correct... Actually, yeah, she also has knife proficiency now, so she can actually... She could also become a Wyvern Knight, which, and her keeper roll's somewhat the same. I mean, it's like, that really might. Oh god, now I'm having doubts here. Oh boy. That is an issue. That is an issue. Oh boy. Oh boy. But the thing is, like, her speed's just like, nah, so that's why I was probably just gonna make her this, just because it would just be just really weird. It's just like so weird to do, but I mean, it also just like makes for an interesting, shall we say, interesting idea to wrestle with. And I don't expect her to be like the queen bee, but let's just say, yeah, this one's risky. This thing that I'm gonna have her do is incredibly risky, because it'd be even less risky to keep her in her current class line. But I also, like, I know I want to do some weird things in this game. And the only way that you're going to do that is if I'm breaking through a little bit of just, like, hesitancy. Let's do it. Bye-bye, Armor Queen. This is so weird. No. I really don't think it would be a good fit. It might backfire on me, but hey, like, you do not play Fire Emblem games for the ease sometimes. You play sometimes for the rage. You sometimes curse that rage and hate it and hate the game, but at the same time, like, you grow to love it all the same. But yeah, you are going to be an interesting experiment. Yeah. This'll be weird. This'll be weird. This'll take some time to get used to. But yeah, Etie, I already made my intentions clear from the start. Mostly just because, like, of what it exactly does. I mean, she is a strong character in general and has growths that, you know, would lend herself to becoming powerfully strong. And, you know, the Bow Knight at least allowed her to gain a little bit more dexterity and speed, and patch that whole thing up. And so, allowing her to lean into her strength a little bit more again. Yeah, I'm making her a warrior. I am making her a warrior. And to be quite honest, that actually works for her because she has muscle tone. So, Yeah, actually seeing her like that just makes a lot of sense. But yeah, like she's meant to be a good warrior. Anyways, there's that. Oh, she already capped res and luck in that class. Okay, so this is definitely just meant to bring out her strength. Alright, that's fine. That is fine. Okay. And now to bring out, like, one of the more, like, intense promotions. Because Merrin also has the ability to, sort of have the role as a, Wyvern Knight, but her weapon ranks are just, like, a little meh. Actually, she can only wield up to B rank in each of these weapons. Like, it's nothing like she's inherently inclined for. And so there is that aspect to it, too. So it's, yeah, it's not like the most, that's why I was just a little hesitant to, like, put her in this class, but also it's like, you know, she can serve as an effective Wyvern Knight too, and pretty comparable to Chloe in this line as well. So yeah, this is one of those instances where I'm going to be flipping a coin for this. Heads, Wyvern Knight, tails, Wolf Knight. Even then, this is still not like an ideal. Oh. I said heads, Wyvern Knight, right? Yeah, I got heads again. So we are going to be yeah. She's gonna lose the ability to wield knives, but she's more of a knight looking like this, so. And she's riding a dragon. Yeah, you look cool. You look honestly cool. You look cool, man. Don't you worry about that. And you still keep relatively your similar aesthetic, so it's like it's a small trade-off that, you know, works for you. So I'm not too disappointed. Okay, so Kagetsu is just one of those characters that I think just has like a really decent you know, line of, you know, growth rates in general, and I feel like it's not exactly the most you know, attuned to his skills. Like, I feel like he's being held back by the Swordmaster, and like there are individuals who would agree with that, and so I'm taking a page from their book and finally making someone into a class that I haven't been able to utilize this entire game, except for the off chance of like me wanting to unbench Goldberry. But yeah, he's going to need an axe proficiency, which as far as I know, like I could get that from Enter, but as far as I know, I think the easiest candidate for granting that proficiency is Leaf. Yeah, Leaf is the easiest way to get that. Just needs to get to level 2 with Leaf, and that's about it.
Will you go out with me? I am Leaf, the Prince of Leonster.
Did you just ask an Emblem to go out with you? And there we go. Axe proficiency. That was easy. That was incredibly easy. A little bit of an interruption. I may or may not have done like a really like
Hello, Divine One.
Hello. Hello. I'm just going to back away. Okay, so he has the axe proficiency. And there we go. Mostly because we already have Clanne to sort of fit into that. Oh. Now that's certainly something. so glad you are. I'm so glad you are. I was hoping you'd like it. I was hoping you'd like it. But yeah, that's definitely an outfit. I don't know if it really is the best for that color scheme, but I think I'll grow into it, but you know. Someone's car is beeping outside. I'm so sorry. Goodness gracious. Now, Panette, because she's sort of, like, a little, like, limited in her, you know, her class here of Berserker, just because of, like, you know, the way that it's, yeah. Like, it doesn't really give her the ability to, like, you know, actually, like, complement her higher skill growth. And so I was going to try and, like, put her into a class that was, like, a little bit more suited to her tastes. Because, I mean, I'm losing a backup, gaining a backup in, you know, Etie. So it's like, you know, or I'm just shifting around the roles just a tiny bit. Because, once again, I was probably just going to make her a, another Wyvern Knight. Alongside her pal, Merrin. The only issue is, like, she drops to B rank in Axis, and I think that Silver Axe is B rank, right? So she just won't be unable to wield Brave Axes, I believe. Yeah. Her weaponry doesn't require her to have a high weapon rank. Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna also make her a Wyvern Knight, because there are a lot of characters that can make some really good Wyvern Knights, and this class is also maybe just a tiniest bit broken. So, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to this dress, unfortunately. Still pretty good, though. Still pretty good looking in that dark armor. Refer to your attire with a little bit more wear and tear, but this is acceptable. Yeah, that's... You'll get your wear and tear on it soon. Like, it shouldn't be too hard to get back to that point. So, that's... Yeah, okay, so that takes care of, like, a decent amount of the reclass options. And also, you'd actually sync a lot more, like, well with the Ike emblem with this case, because... I mean, you have a little bit more defense and res to work with. So, yeah, I'm going to be taking that. I'm going to take that. This one's obvious. This is a same class reloop. Even though I could have made you a Mage Knight, I just, you know, that skill would not have, like, synced well with you and your stat line. And then, of course... Framme, and then I'm gonna have to buy a second seal for Rosado, but like that's the only one I would need to, because like we passed the threshold for like unlimited purchase of Master and Second a little while ago. I think it was like chapter 18, 19? It's pretty close to that, anyways. So we're gonna get rid of these, like, she's the prime martial master, and I'm all for it. Now it's all the point of just like inheriting good skills that sync well with this class. Because she's growing pretty okay in this. Like, I'm not too you know, picky with that. And now, yeah, Rosado, I just need to buy a second seal to, because he's staying as a Wyvern Knight just because of how, like, decent that class is overall.
Welcome.
Yeah, just give me a second seal, man. It's not even going to go anywhere but the convoys, so... Those promotion items are ludicrous.
Thank you.
There we go. There we go. That was just one measly second seal. I had to make sure I checked the right variant of Wyvern Knight, because... Yeah. That is Lance and Axe, right? Yeah, Lance and Axe. There we go. There we go. It's nothing new. You're just being recycled into the same class you were in previously. Okay, I think that takes care of all the reclassings, because for better or for worse, they're staying like this until the end of the game. So, yeah, I took a few risks. I took one extreme risk here, but, you know, that's just the way the game plays. And now, second part of the showcase episode, because that took 45 minutes. Like, I expected that to take a long time, just going it through all those reclassings. Now we can just sit back and look at all these conversations I sort of stacked up. Alfred and Byleth, B level.
I'm about ready to call it a day if you are. You seem to never get tired of training. Is there no end to your stamina?
Even the Ashen Demon's impressed. Okay, that's cool. Vara Mushti. Gauntlets wielded by Emblem Byleth. If user initiates combat attacks twice, uses lowest of foe's defense and... Oh wow, you have 2 bond supports. Oh, you're A support with Veronica. That's awesome.
You seem to be a good princess. I don't know if I was the same.
Huh.
I cannot say either. It is up to the people you govern to decide that. For what it's worth, I would like to think you value your subjects as much as I value mine.
I do. I protect them fiercely. Now, tell me more about your time at court.
Yeah. Veronica really was a natural fit for Ivy to talk to. Okay. Oh, Ivy and Soren. Here we go. Let's go.
In the world I come from, my bracelet was entrusted to the Kingdom of Elusia.
I suppose that is good to know. Not that it will change anything between us.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I figured that would have been the case, considering the Fel's analog sort of gave that. And C rank with Corrin.
I hesitate to ask one such as yourself, but do you have a confession you'd like me to hear?
Confession? Oh, right, you're a cleric. Nothing is weighing on me at the moment, but thank you.
That's funny. That's funny. That's cool. Okay. Alcryst, here we go. Alcryst and Byleth B level. Let's see what this entails.
You seem worried about something, Alcryst. If you'd like to talk about it, I'm here to listen.
I'm writing a letter of self-introduction, but I'm running out of ways to say worthless burden.
Good God, man. It's painful to watch, but I understand that it takes a while to break out of that mindset. Yeah, that Sigurd Bond is not really gonna do much except for like that lance power.
You're a natural people pleaser, are you not? I could stand to learn that kindness from you.
I simply enjoy being of service. It makes me happy to be present while others interact.
Okay, that's awesome. That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Chloe and Lucina B supports. Here we go.
I don't recognize any of the foods you eat, Chloe. Are they common in your world?
Oh, right.
The stuff I just bought is folk food, which is a little off the beaten path. I love it, though.
Yeah, she does. She certainly does. Oh, boy. And now you have Parthia. Awesome. Awesome. You can shoot down your fellow... Oh, there we go. Finally. A support with Ike. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
I have committed yet another blunder. I must endeavor to refine my technique in battle.
I don't know what the problem is.
It's not like Tamara said anything to you, right?
I am the princess's retainer. A poor performance by me reflects poorly on her. I won't have that.
Ah, sorry for being such an oaf. She must be really important to you.
Ike is as simple and like chill as always. You know, the thing I do like is that they are using the variant of him where it's like, you know, it's absolutely buff, but you know, through this refinement, like it really does look like, you know, somebody who leans heavily into the Path of Radiance a little bit too. But yeah, this is probably the most support conversations I think I've ever, like, you know, stacked up. So, A support with Merrin. Oh my goodness.
Merrin, listen. I'm sorry for blowing up at you the other day.
Yeah, it takes a big man to admit that.
Blowing up is a bit strong.
I didn't understand that you were observing me so closely because you genuinely care.
I mean, she was doing a little bit to offend you.
No, I was in the wrong, not you.
Crap.
I was completely oblivious to how my actions made you feel.
You're recognizing that.
You know, now that we understand each other better, I'd be happy to help you.
Yeah, there we go.
There are many books about divine dragons, and nobody's asked me about my life before.
Uh-huh.
You want to fill that gap, help people learn about me. I can see the value in that.
Well, I'm glad you're understanding a little bit.
What I'm trying to say is, please, observe to your heart's content.
Really? You mean it?
Crap, why is my tiredness have to hit now?
I mean it.
Thank you, Divine One. I really appreciate that. When I'm observing you, I forget about all the stress and worry. Everything bad slips away. I just feel joyful. And I want to share that joy with others, you know?
Cool.
You're truly one of a kind, Merrin.
Static laughs.
Maybe I should write a book about you.
Static laughs.
You flatter me, Divine One.
I do have a request. Stop thinking of me as more than human, all right?
Uh-huh.
I may be the only divine dragon, but hey, you're one of a kind too.
You make a good point. I guess we're both rare critters, aren't we?
Exactly. Oh, and also, I want to be the first to read this book of yours.
This is turning into a support.
Of course. I can't think of anyone better to fact check it.
The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm just whelmed by the side of this, given how many I've you know had the pleasure to look at during this entire game. Anyways, outlay notebook. Merrin. Fudge. Okay. There we go. And oh, that's great. Oh, you're looking at the. Wow, you're actually quite tall. Only an inch shorter than me. All right. A suave knight with a passion for all things cool. An animal lover, she has a special affinity for rare critters. She's the ally most likely to be carrying sweets. Huh. I have a feeling that, guys would like that if you two were ever to interact with each other. A support with Lapis. Oh god. It must suck being on the bench, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Hello, Divine One. I have something for you.
Oh.
Are these crafting tools?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. You said you wanted to learn crafting, and you can't practice without a set of your own.
That is so nice.
Thank you for these.
Yeah.
I should be thanking you, really.
Why is that?
I've been down on myself for a long time. You helped me shake some of that off.
Oh?
Your kind words about my crafting skills made me feel more confident in myself.
Good. You really are amazing, Lapis. I watched you make that weighted pack like it was nothing. I still have a lot to learn from you.
Yeah, his reaction was something else, man.
Okay. I could show you how to make a rake.
A rake? What would we use that for?
There are a decent amount of trees on this Somnia, man.
Harvesting taters.
That too.
Taters.
Yeah, I can make a rake that works on all kinds. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, Brodian yams.
Brodian yams?
Well, Brodia isn't the name, but they can grow everywhere. I even found a few near here. They're so sweet when you boil them. Now I want some. Let's get started on that rake.
Amazing. Like I said, I still have a lot to learn from you, Lapis.
Yeah, you sort of let slip that you are from the countryside, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm glad you're, like, you know, willing to be passionate around the Divine Dragon, at least. Okay. Shame you're this far into the... And... Ah, there we go. Must be cultivating the yamps. Okay, so she's 5'3". Personality, kind-hearted and good-natured. Looks dainty, but she's incredibly strong. Can make anything out of scraps. Best rock, paper, scissors player in the army. Well, that has never been brought up. At all. At all yet. What? That's such a random trait to have, but I guess that's what makes this game so charming. Oh my god, I have no clue how successful this is going to be, but it's probably going to be a bit of a mess to get used to.
Hello, Jade. Nice weather today.
What's going on?
Yes, Divine One. It is.
Did you see that sunset yesterday? Gorgeous.
Yes, it was.
What is going on?
Divine One, we've been running into each other a lot lately, haven't we?
I suppose we have. I'm not bothering you, am I?
I think I know what's going on. You want to be nearby in case those bandits try to attack me again. Is that right?
There we go.
I guess I didn't hide it very well.
That's a little creepy.
I appreciate your concern, but I can handle them myself.
Yeah, she really can, regardless of whatever class she's in, hopefully.
You don't have to watch over me. I'm sure you have better things to do.
Well, I do have some free time that I could be enjoying right now.
Good lord.
You wouldn't mind if I just relaxed around here for a while, would you? I know how strong you are, Jade. I'm not doing this because I think you can't handle it. I'm here because I want to help.
As you wish, Divine One.
Oh, man. And that was a little milk toast. Alright. Ally notebook. Alright, yep. Hobbies, writing novels, talents, gem appraisal, gem appraisal. Grew up in a mining town and earned the name Ironwall as a guard. Won a tournament to become Diamant's retainer. Yep. Oh, the guy stole his thunder from. Oh my goodness, that's a little messed up.
Are you ready to begin, Divine One?
What's going on?
I think so, Lyndon. But I do want to double-check one last thing.
Huh.
This experiment will somehow result in making people's lives easier and happier, right?
Oh.
Absolutely, Divine One. What I learned by examining you is certain to lead to a new discovery or three.
Oh, yeah. He's very much a scholar.
I anticipate very interesting results relating to quality sleep.
Oh.
Quality sleep?
You dozed for 1,000 years, after all. It's fair to say no one has ever slept more soundly than you. Maybe we'll find out why.
Oh, goodness.
Do you really think that's likely?
I most certainly do. This could be a godsend for those who struggle with insomnia.
Oh, okay. I desperately need that.
I hadn't thought of that.
I don't know.
All right, sure. I'd love to help with your experiment.
I don't know how obvious it was, like, for the past few days or so, but like for these episodes, like I've been quite tired, and it's really hard to do something like this if I really don't have energy to do it.
I greatly appreciate it, Divine One.
Like I am operating on the most intense parts of my reserves.
The first step is to cast thunder on you a few times to see how your body reacts.
What?
You'll grow numb to the pain soon enough, but your hair may not survive the experience.
I don't.
You know, I've changed my mind. Sorry, but you'll have to find another test subject.
Good lord. What? I was wondering why the ominous music was there, and then that sort of just confirmed things for me. Let me guess. Is Linden... Yeah, Linden's at the end of this. Okay, so... Alright. Oh, darn it! There we go. Likes long walks, crafting, reading, cooking, studying, magical experiments, yams. You put that in the game, and yet you still never really thought to, like, support him with Lapis. What? What? It just makes me think that either they were too lazy to make a support chain, or they were too lazy to put in, like, specific, character details, and so they just copied Lapis's traits, put it in here, like, backpedal just a few of them, put in just a few, like, unique ones, like long walks and studying, you know, and did that, but then it's like, ugh. Dislikes weapons, cleaning, strenuous exercise, failed experiments, cleaning up after explosions. Madeline and Celestia. Cool. Cool.
How are you, Madeline? Are you adjusting to this world?
I was uneasy at first, but I'll say I am feeling more comfortable on and off the battlefield.
Cool.
It makes me happy to hear that. Try not to push yourself too hard, alright? I'm concerned because, well, you often overdo it.
Celestia, now that we're in this new world, I'd appreciate it if you stopped babying me. Really, there's no need to worry. I'm not overdoing anything.
Well, I suppose I don't need to nag too much. There are others here also watching out for you.
It's really awesome that Celestia, unlike Zephyr, her counterpart, actually, you know, is just a full-on mom. And I love it.
Even the people of this world, despite my being new here, I'm grateful for their hospitality. It hardens my determination to work on their behalf and match their kindness.
Look at you being so ceremonious. It reminds me of Mavier.
Oh? Huh? Oh, man.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
It's all right. You just caught me off guard.
Man.
I won't deny that my speech and manners resemble his. He was my mentor, after all. After my parents' death, it was he who took me in and trained me for battle.
Oh, man.
I was so surprised when the two of you came to Lethos. I thought you were his daughter.
Brother and sister I could see, but not father and daughter.
I mean, that's an age gap.
Dear, what time is it? As much as I'd love to continue reminiscing, I ought to go train. Let's pick this up later, shall we?
Oh, man.
Well, she is growing up to become a fine young woman.
Full-on mother. Okay, cool. Cool. That wasn't good. Alright, you finally have a support with the last of the twin support. Oh my goodness. That's right. Here we go. Right after, like, that town fiasco. That's right. That is right. Okay.
Okay, Clanne. Spill it. What are you sulking about?
I mean, did you really have to ask that?
Isn't it obvious? The pamphlets.
Yeah. One of the first conversation, like... One of the first, like, conversation lines that I've gotten in this game, and it took me so long to get to the end. Wow.
I can't believe I was too chicken to hand them out. I don't deserve to call myself a fan.
Oh, man.
Clanne,
Dude.
Does every fiber of your being course with passion for the Divine One?
I mean, yeah. You know that.
So, there you have it. You're a fan, plain and simple.
Ay, ay, ay.
But...
Oh, God.
Being a fan isn't about what you do. It's about what you feel. If you've got that sweet, dragony passion in your heart,
Jeez.
you're a Divine Dragon fan.
I still don't like that.
Huh.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
I mean, I've grown numb to both of these characters, but seriously, I just...
And you know what? I'm gonna try again. I will pass out those pamphlets.
That's the spirit.
Ay, ay, ay.
But first, I think we better make a few changes.
What, right now?
Right now. You said it yourself. Being a fan is about passion. Where's the passion? We should write about our experiences with the Divine One, so our enthusiasm comes across.
Oh, boy.
There aren't enough illustrations either. Let's ask for help from someone who can draw.
Oh my God.
And the interview needs... more. We didn't even ask if the Divine One prefers red or blue.
Wow. Look at you, all motivated and stuff. That's the hard-working brother I know and love. These are going to be the best pamphlets ever.
Oh my goodness.
President Clanne, let's get to work.
It would be my honor, President Framme.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yikes. How is this going to end?
Ah, there you are, Clanne.
Oh boy.
Huh? I mean, hello, Princess Hortensia.
That's right. It's the princess of the mighty kingdom of Illusia. Hortensia! Woo! Hoo-hoo! Yeah!
Yes? Did you need something? From me, I mean.
It so happens, a little birdie told me, you, my clan shell, are the president of my fan club.
What?
Have you? Oh my God.
What do you mean, what?
Dude, you know what Clanne and her twin sister Framme and his twin sister Framme do, right? They're stewards of the Divine Dragon. How do you think they ended up in that position? Oh, right, because they are way too passionate about me. Like, I just got done with a conversation thread that had him as co-president of the Divine Dragon fan club.
And shouldn't you be, I don't know, swooning? Your idol is right here talking to you.
Good Lord.
Princess Hortensia, I think you might have gotten a bit confused.
Yeah.
Confused? Confused how?
Oh, good Lord.
Well, the fan club I'm the president of is...
What?
Oh, man. This is embarrassing.
You're the president of a fan club for your own liege?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for the... misunderstanding?
Ugh, embarrassing. Wait, Clanne! The princess of Illusia has orders for you.
Oh, dear. Jesus Christ.
You to form me a fan club.
Oh, my God.
I don't work for you.
Yeah, what? I don't work for you. Oh, God. That's That's borderline. What the? Oh, fudge, man. Goodness gracious me. Okay, Alfred has 3 A supports. This is gonna take forever.
Prince Alfred, do you understand the implications of what has occurred between us?
And it starts like suggestive. Thank you.
Princess Ivy? Can't say that I do.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be more specific with this daft guy.
That first night, you helped me find the way when I was lost. The second time, you gave me advice on how to find peaceful sleep. Much as I am loath to admit it, I am deeply in your debt.
And that's bad somehow?
Of course it's bad. I am the crown princess of Elusia. I cannot show such weakness, especially to a rival nation.
Oh, man.
Therefore, you must tell me how I can be of assistance to you.
Jeez!
Oh, so you think it should be your turn to help me now, huh?
I need to clear this obligation. That's all.
Well,
Oh, man.
hate to say it, but I'm not in any kind of a jam right now.
What about your reoccurring illness?
So you won't let me help you? This is unacceptable. I demand that you be troubled immediately.
The only thing that's giving me trouble is this demand of yours. Look, I don't think of this as a pay me back someday situation. This is just what allies do. When I see you're in a spot, I help out. You don't owe me for that. All my friends do.
Ivy's such an interesting character.
You just trust people?
Yeah. Clearly, you know, someone has had a little bit of trauma that, you know, a rather, you know, predictable reaction is happening where it's like you're meeting someone who clearly has a different worldview than you, and you can't help but just be like, what?
You really are naive.
Guilty as charged.
Oh, wow. He was really... Wow.
I suppose I can find inspiration in that? Very well. I will trust you.
Wow.
Oh, Princess Ivy, that's great.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
To be candid, I am glad to have more people I can trust now.
Cool.
When I become queen, it will be a relief to know that at least one of my peers is trustworthy. Thank you, Prince Alfred.
Ay. There we go. Oh, stop. Bro, oh man. Okay. Alfred and Etie. The controls are a little weird.
Good morning, Etie. Any suggestions for our early workout?
How about a run?
Sounds good. Want to make it a race?
Oh. Let it be a 5K.
Nah, I prefer to run alongside. Easier to keep you safe that way.
Makes sense. Oh, look.
Is something wrong?
No, I just noticed how beautiful those flowers are. Let's put the run on hold for a minute.
As you wish.
You know what pretty flowers always remind me of? This memory I have of you with an armload of them.
My hometown is known for those flowers. I used to bring some anytime I visited the castle.
I remember. My mother and the servants loved them.
Fair enough.
Good. I'm glad.
Speaking of mother, you want to hear something funny? She originally thought you might be the one to become my queen.
You're kidding.
Why?
That's the first I've heard of it.
Why are you being so candid about that kind of crap? What?
That does explain some things.
Oh God.
Now I get why I was assigned to you instead of Princess Saline, my childhood friend.
That is so... Wow, even in a royalty, that is such a mom thing to do. Holy crap.
I wondered about that for years. Mystery solved, I guess. Don't be ridiculous. I'm proud to be your retainer, Prince Alfred.
Oh my goodness.
Though, it's a bit of a shock to try to imagine myself as your queen.
God, why did you have to put that out in the open, Alfred? Holy crap.
Queen Etie.
Stop.
Apologies to Queen Ev, but I can't picture it, no matter how hard I try.
Me neither. I try to imagine us as anything but what we are now, and my brain freezes up.
Oh boy.
I know what you mean. Our bond as prince and retainer is too strong to be anything else.
Workout partners too, don't forget that.
Anything can happen. I swear, there's going to be an ending where those two just like... ugh.
Always Prince Alfred.
Goodness gracious.
Speaking of which, shouldn't we get going on that run? I'm getting antsy.
Lead the way, Etie. Every day spent training with you is a gift. To strength. And to peace.
And your happiness.
Oh my goodness, man. That is just... I feel like this game is going to make some way where like those two end up together. Ugh, this stupid D-pad! I can only use this freaking like joystick. Oh boy.
Hey, Bonet.
Here we go.
Your Highness.
Oh, it's that meat dish.
All those dishes you cooked up, and I'm still as scrawny as ever.
I failed then. You have my deepest apologies.
I mean, you could just be an endurance man, too.
Oh, it's not your fault. You went all out and it showed. Plus, every dish was good eating. My compliments to the chef. No, the real trouble is just that I'm weak to the core.
Oh, man.
Please, do not be so hard on yourself. These dishes may have failed in bulking up your slender form, but it was not for nothing. All that meat did result in a different sort of change.
I'm not following you.
Huh.
Our flavor. Yours and mine.
We have a flavor?
God.
You see, we were once dry and bland, but as our bond deepened, our taste became richer.
I wonder how much it took to like keep Ian Sinclair from like bursting out laughing at a lot of this silliness.
Perhaps that was a bad way to put it.
All this silliness that he has to like voice out of this character who's very much like, you know, like I refuse to believe he's like ignorant enough to realize just what he's saying sometimes can be just a little bit like, you know, can lead on a bunch of other guys who like other guys.
No, I see what you mean. We brought out new flavors in each other. Before, we were raw ingredients, but now we're, what do you call it? Fusion cuisine.
Yes, my thinking exactly. And now I often find myself fondly thinking about your vibrant zing.
Well, I guess it's true what they say. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
I have always thought so. And to that end, I should quite like to cook for you again.
Ooh, really? What do you have in mind?
I was planning to make a vegetable dish with one of your sweet flowers ground on top. And perhaps some grilled fish to counterbalance all the meat from last time.
I'm working up an appetite just listening to you.
If only I ate meat or fish, man.
Continue to eat my cooking and, who knows, you may one day have the body you desire.
Here's hoping, Bonet.
Oh, wow.
Someday, my muscles are gonna be as strong as our friendship.
Wow. God. Oh man, seeing him in that hero garb, like I was just not expecting there to be green. Like that shade of green in his thing. Okay. That is a lot of clashing colors, man.
Our time has come, Princess Ivy.
Time has come for what?
Let us draw anchor, hoist our mainsail, and set this boat of friendship on its maiden voyage. It appears we are stuck in port. Perhaps I was mistaken, and it is not yet time.
That's not it, Kagetsu.
Oh?
Oh, man.
The truth is, I don't have many friends.
Yeah, I mean, can't imagine how hard it must be for you, considering, you know, what you went through family-wise.
When I was growing up, adults were always conniving and scheming. I grew to learn that was how the world worked. As a result, it was quite a long time before I met anyone I could trust enough to call a friend.
As Crown Princess, you must have been limited in your contacts. I imagine it was cold and harsh to be raised in this type of environment.
Wow.
Yes. That's why I found you so disconcerting at first.
Well, I mean, that's honesty.
When someone is friendly toward me right away, it's my instinct to be suspicious.
Yeah.
But you've never tried to take advantage of me. You don't seem to have any ulterior motives.
Well, of course not. I mean, seriously, Kagetsu's a literal sweetheart. Like, he's just a sweet guy that loves onigiri. Like, that's really, and maybe has an inconsequential fortune-telling habit, but, you know.
Of course not. I am much too simple for schemes.
Until recently, I couldn't have hoped to understand your purity.
Purity, man.
That's why you felt like an unknown. You could not be what you seemed, so what were you? Now I've realized you're exactly as you appear. That's your charm, in fact.
Huh? Such kind words.
So, Kagetsu, that's why
Huh.
I would like us to be friends.
Are you certain? Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, Princess Ivy, of course. Let us be friends until time itself comes to its end.
Yes, let's.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. A little bit of development in that support. I like that. Oh, a support between Ivy and Panette. Let's go. Let's go.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am for taking you to those ruins.
Oh, man.
Please, don't worry about it.
I didn't even think to ask if you were afraid of ghosts. How horribly careless.
Yeah, that was an interesting scream.
Please, allow me to atone for my error. Whatever you need done, I will do.
Huh.
You don't need to atone for anything. I'm fine.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She should be pretty good, hopefully.
I seldom need to go anywhere alone, so I've scarcely felt my new crippling fear of solitude.
What?
The howling wind keeps me awake at night, but I've learned to scream myself into exhaustion. And so what if the creak of a floorboard renders me motionless for hours on end? I don't mind. I have accepted that the lifetime of fear I went through in a single day has scarred me forever.
Good Lord!
You poor woman. I am so very sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I had to tease you a little. I'm fine, Panette, really. I understand that you brought me to that place because you thought it would make me happy. Please don't worry about it ever again.
Don't worry about it. I put you through a terrible ordeal.
Your intention was purely for me to enjoy it, was it not?
Well, yes, but
why is this game so...
That is what matters to me. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, all right. If you are certain.
Every single support conversation, my conflicting feelings toward this game just grow and grow and grow.
Do you think, despite this horrible blunder, we might still be friends?
Another friend!
Of course.
Another friend!
So long as you tell me where we're going ahead of time.
Another friend!
And no more haunted places, please.
Yay!
Of course. From now on, we stay in the land of the living.
Oh, God. Damn it. Oh, God, a support with Rafal. Oh, boy.
You. Ivy. I have something to say to you.
Interesting.
I have come to apologize for turning you into one of the corrupted.
I might accept your apology, Lord Rafal, if I had any notion of what you were referring to.
Yeah.
It was my intention to lead with the worst of it, and to follow with an explanation. You are quite unlike the Ivy I knew in my world. I am accustomed to her constant interruptions.
If you need a moment, please take your time.
Thank you. I turned the Ivy of my world into one of the corrupted and forced her to fight.
Man.
I took advantage of her willingness. She was all too devoted to the Fell Dragon, eager to serve. But I did the same to all of the royals soon after, willing or not. I deeply regret my actions.
Thank you for explaining, but I fail to see what any of this has to do with me.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very different Ivy. I mean, this Ivy had some really choice words to say to the, like, counterpart Ivy when she first met her. I mean, she was, like, really, like, please tell me I don't sound anything like you.
You have apologized to the wrong Ivy, and unnerved this one a fair bit, to be candid.
It is no longer possible for me to speak with the person I hurt. I am afraid this is all I can do. I suppose I thought I could reach her through you, but perhaps it is peace of mind I am after.
I think I understand how you feel, but I still don't see how I could possibly help you.
All I require you to do is allow me to make some amends for the damage I have done.
What do these amends entail?
Oh my goodness.
Anything you would like. Make a wish, and I will see it done.
Wow.
Very well. If you insist, I will think of something.
I will be waiting.
That is such a... That is a thing to wrestle with. Wow. Okay. Pandreo and Louis and Pandreo and Panette. Both reclassed siblings. Nice. Excuse me.
Ow, ow. Ooh, that's smart.
We may have partied hardy a bit too much last night, wouldn't you say?
God, why does J. Michael Tatum sound so... Like, the intonations that he's just so masterful at delivering, and then just, like, having to hear the party hardy is just... Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I tell you, after so much carousing, I have a headache and an everything else ache.
For all that, though, I enjoyed myself.
Ugh.
It's nice to go out with the guys every so often, isn't it?
Go out with the guys.
I'm glad to hear you say so. That makes this full body migraine worthwhile.
This isn't even that funny. I'm just so...
I find that hard partying does give one an appetite. Do you like grapes, Pandreo?
Now I'm thinking of the duck.
Sure, I like them all right.
God, my brain is so scrambled right now.
In that case, I'll fetch some pastries. The filling was made with grapes from my hometown.
Oh.
Oh, so it's a local delicacy, huh? Sure, give me all you've got.
All I've got? If you like, but I feel I ought to caution you against overindulging.
Well, I'm not going to eat it all by myself. I'm thinking it might be nice to put some treats out for my flock.
Oh, you keep animals?
My congregation. They like having a casual environment to pray and hang out, you know?
Oh my god!
I'm sure a platter of tasty pastries will bring even more people in the door.
You know, if Pandreo was leading, like, any church that I would go to, like, I feel like I would not have, like, gone off, like, the religion train as much as I've done since the pandemic, which, you know, most recently just halted to an end by the World Health Organization.
Plus, one of my congregants is a merchant. He might want to import those grapes of yours.
Ah, very considerate of you. Always thinking of ways to assist your flock, aren't you?
That's my whole job.
Yeah. you don't talk to a lot of, like, you know, priests or pastors, do you?
I might not always look or act like it, but I am a man of the cloth.
Yeah, he is a mess. I mean, you do see the collar, right, man? You do see the collar, Louis.
My doubts have been thoroughly laid to rest.
With all that said, I can't quit partying. You'll come with again, right, Louis?
Naturally. I am at your command, Pandreo.
Pandreo is such a walking contradiction, and I love it. I love it so much. And Panette. Here we go.
How come you've never told me off for running away from home?
And the regular dialect here.
Why would I? I was glad you got out when you did.
Huh. I always imagined you'd hold a grudge against me for flying the coop.
This is so weird to hear her, like, not talk through her, like, a little bit of a forced intonation of, like, regalness or nobility. And frankly, like, you know, I mean, perhaps to the VA who did that. You know.
Nah, I just wasn't brave enough to do likewise. Wasn't sure I could make it alone. Meanwhile, look at you. A retainer. You struck out on your own and made a life for yourself. I'll bet those parents of ours would be glad to see how well you're doing.
I doubt it. They probably don't care about me one way or another.
Dang.
Listen, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I'm not one to keep secrets. Mom and Dad tried to find you.
What? Wolf dung? There's no way.
Dang.
I was surprised too. Maybe they were just concerned about keeping up appearances. Hard to say.
Huh. That's... wow.
At any rate, that's the truth. I figured you should know.
Oh my goodness.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Dang. That is... This character thread of Panette is... yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Sean and Jade, yeah. Okay, here we go.
Hello, Jean.
Jade!
Sorry, did I startle you? You look so scared.
Oh my god. Everyone is just so giant to Sean in comparison.
Not at all. My heart is beating the normal amount. So, if you don't need me for anything, I'll just be going now.
You are scared. Is it me? Am I frightening you somehow? I'm not trying to be scary.
I'm not scared, really. I just have a hard time around you.
Oh.
Around me?
Yeah, what?
Yes. Monsters I can deal with.
What? Oh.
Spaces, the dark, bugs, wild animals. None of that stuff is scary to me. You, on the other hand...
Wow.
What are you getting at, Jean?
Yeah.
People like you. It's hard for me to... I'm sorry.
There he goes.
Dang.
I wonder what he meant by people like you.
I'm so confused. That honestly was one of the more confusing ones I've witnessed seeing. Which, I mean, I guess sets Appa support okay, but, you know. Yeah. Jade and Kagetsu.
Jade, face me. Show me your skill in battle.
I'm afraid you wouldn't be able to clink with that armor she has on. Maybe as a mage knight, you probably would be able to beat her soundly, but...
No thanks, I'll pass.
So quick to turn me aside. Why? I have heard your strength has won you tournament victories in Brodia.
Oh man.
Such strength is meant to be shown and used. Do not keep it to yourself.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't receive orders to engage you. I have no personal grudge against you. Why fight?
Practice sparring, dude.
Jade, Jade, Jade. You disappoint me.
Oh my god.
What I hear of your skill is so exciting. Please, I must see it for myself. How can I earn the favor of this bout? I will do anything you ask.
The dude's really eager to face anyone who has a pulse.
Anything. In that case, would you be willing to answer a few personal questions before we battle?
Easily. May I ask why?
I need to round out a character for a new book I'm outlining. You can help me fill in the gaps.
There we go.
I need only talk about myself?
Well.
That's right. And it sounds like we have a deal.
Awesome. Awesome. How many supports do I have left? Oh, still quite a few more to go. Also, how did Sailing get... Oh, finally, your B support with Fogado. Yeah, I just recently watched the episode where the C support came in, so...
Hey, Prince Alcryst, quick question. Can you tell me about your childhood?
Going right into it, I guess.
Huh?
Why do you want to know about that?
Well, I was thinking about our somewhat abbreviated conversation the other day. You know, how our situations are similar, but our personalities are different. And I thought maybe the difference can be explained by our upbringings.
Fogado's legit the only one to actually ask about the main thing that may have led to the reason why he's so pessimistic or self-deprecating. Props to you, Fogado.
I see. I'll share broad details with you, but be warned. It's not very interesting.
That's totally fine. Trust me. I'm all ears.
Here we go.
I was born the second prince of Brodia, with a significant age gap between my brother and me. As far back as I can remember. People have praised my older brother for his skills. One could not ask for a better successor to the Brodian throne, they would say.
And there it is. There it is.
But when it came to me, the thing I heard most often was, Diamant would have done better.
There it is! There it is! That's the source. That is the source. Living in a country that so values strength and having been told that nothing that you are doing is good enough and Diamant would have done it better. Like, being struck by, you know, a plethora of people that has, like, created this perfect picture of his brother in their heads. Self-deprecation.
Ouch. So you always felt like second fiddle. That's rough.
It's my own fault. I'm a lost cause.
No, dude, you have significant trauma and those people should be ashamed of themselves.
Did you ever just snap and say, forget him, look at me?
No, never. I would never allow a thought like that to cross my mind. My brother is perfect. That's the plain truth. It's not his fault I can't compare. At the same time, I am aware that those truths form the backbone of my gloomy personality.
Ugh.
So instead of holding a grudge against him, you just accepted that you were inferior.
Oh my goodness.
You know what you are? A kind person. Maybe that's why I like you so much.
Oh. You're saying you like me? You're such an inspiring person, Prince Fogado.
Oh my god.
I must not risk dragging you down.
I think Fogado just wanted you to, you know, recognize that you are strong and frankly those truths don't have to be absolute, man.
I have to go again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And he's gone. Well, see you around, Prince Alcryst.
Fogado is legit someone I think Alcryst desperately needs in his life. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Seadoll? May I ask you about something?
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
What would you like to know, Prince Alcryst?
I've heard that you were once part of a traveling caravan. Is that true?
Huh.
Yes, that's right. Merchants, performers, dancers. I've traveled with them all, and many more.
Huh.
Really?
Cool.
That must have been incredible.
Incredible? That's a flattering description. I'm surprised you think so.
Well, I've rarely traveled outside of Brodia. My duties as a prince keep me so busy.
Huh.
I see.
I'm also a bit of an introvert. I envy those who can navigate foreign cultures with ease.
Huh. He actually said he was an introvert. You know, it's just me, but when have I ever heard the words introvert and extrovert in a Fire Emblem game before? Because this might be the first time I've ever heard the word introvert.
The world is full of wonders. The things I've seen, some of it would take your breath away. In fact, if you're truly interested in that life, I could tell you a story or three.
Huh.
Really? I would enjoy that very much.
Of course, if I tell you these tales, I will be obliged to leave out some of the best bits.
Huh.
I can't be responsible for inspiring a prince to go adventuring beyond his kingdom's walls.
Oh, no need to worry. I'm not that brave. I was anxious just asking you a simple question.
That was probably like the least, you know, amount of self-deprecation that I've seen in a support conversation with Alcryst being one of the main characters. Oh, so close. I am so close. Okay. Louis, Yunaka, and Louis and Saline. Oh my goodness.
No way! You're yanking my daggers. That can't be a true story.
I have not witnessed a ton of this. Yeah.
It can be, and it is. During my knighthood examination before the Firenese royal family, I treated everyone to tea. I showed promise as a tea connoisseur, which factored directly into my gaining the position.
I know you're great at it, but how is brewing tea even relevant to the test?
Well, mostly because, you know, not only are you needing to protect the main royals family, but also, like, you gotta be able to develop a rapport and trust with them.
In their search for a retainer, it seems they prize domestic skills and martial prowess.
Oh boy. Sorry, I need to use the restroom.
Lucky for you, you're the best. You had the competition tripping over their saucers, surely.
Why, thank you.
Honestly, Louis, I could listen to your stories all day long. They're that good.
Huh.
But I feel a little bad you're always going out of your way on my account.
Oh man.
What do you mean?
He still doesn't know.
You go out of your way to do all the talking, so all I ever have to do is listen. I'm sure you realized by now, but I prefer it that way. I don't like talking about myself.
It had not escaped my notice.
If I had to do it, I'd be forced to get evasive and lie to you. I don't like lying to my friends. That's why it's better if I don't say much about my past, or about myself at all.
Well, I see nothing wrong with that.
There's so many good people in this army to help out, you know.
Even putting our pasts aside, I believe we two can understand each other fairly well.
You think?
So long as we have tea and a friend to share it with, we can discuss whatever we please. Besides, I'm rather loquacious myself, so it's nice to find someone willing to listen. Listening can be a bit draining, so I thank you for humoring me in that regard.
Aw, Louis.
If you feel you must contribute, we can discuss our countries, our friends, the future, anything.
Are you sure you won't mind being friends with someone who never talks about her past? Ever?
Of course I won't. I am friends with you as you are. Whoever you may have once been is no issue. Now then, if we are to keep this tea party going, I must brew us another pot.
Thank you, Louis.
That's so great. That's so great. Yunaka's finally getting what she needed, and that is a support network that isn't going to, like, judge her for who she used to be. That's great.
Louis, I must apologize.
You're being featured less and less because I benched you.
I left without finishing the tea you went to such lengths to prepare for me. All you endured for the sake of those leaves.
There is no need to apologize, Princess Saline. It was I who soured your pleasant mood.
Oh boy.
Louis, there are many joys in my life.
I
I have always held the way you prepare tea for me to be among them.
Thank you.
It's true that the tea brewed with your special leaves brought me more joy than usual. That said, Louis, understand this. It grieves me that you would put yourself in harm's way to bring me that joy.
Oh.
Princess Saline?
I mean, he's the retainer, man.
All I need is the pleasure of your company while drinking tea. Any tea will do. I need no extravagant gestures. That small everyday joy is enough for me.
Truly, I am chastened. I see that I have misinterpreted your needs, a blunder most unbecoming. It's a mistake I'll not make again. I swear to you, here and now, I will remain at your side that I might safeguard the small joys of your life.
Very good. I shall expect nothing less. Now,
Nice.
if that is settled, might I ask you to put on a pot of tea?
Saline.
Certainly. I trust you
Tea
will not mind
guru.
if I do not bring out the special leaves, yes?
I think that would be best. Even an ordinary tea is elevated by the everyday joy of these small moments.
There we go. Got it. And another A level supports. Okay, so a couple more. Just a couple more. Oh, she reached her A support with Oh, finally. Okay. I was actually waiting for that to occur. I'm actually interested in seeing how that plays out. Yunaka and Merrin B level. Here we go.
Oh, well, that should do nicely.
Hey, what are you up to?
Oh, hello. Just taking care of some weapon maintenance.
That's quite an interesting scimitar you've got there.
I've been pronouncing that I can't make words today. I have not pronounced that right this entire time. Oh my god. Sorry, how do you pronounce that again?
That's quite an interesting scimitar you've got there.
Scimitar. It's pronounced scimitar.
I bought it at a curio
Huh.
shop. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
A scimitar.
Understatement of the century. That weapon's a masterpiece, a work of art.
And now she's really getting interested in the weapons. Awesome.
Look at the curve. So smooth, so steady. That's traditional Solmic craftsmanship.
Scimitar.
Look at the edge. Only Solmic blades combine rich, majestic history with deadly killing power.
Scimitar.
Huh. Guess I didn't realize. You know, you got pretty excited there all of a sudden.
Scimitar. She loves scimitar. She loves weapons.
If you like it that much, maybe I'll give it to you. I'm not even using it, really.
Are you serious? What an incredible gift. I'll happily take it off your hands. Give it here.
Oh wait, did I reclass Yunaka?
Huh, now, there's just one thing. I'll give it to you if you agree to let me do a bit of monologuing when we spar from now on.
Oh man.
What? Come on. What's that got to do with anything? No matter how badly I want the scimitar, it's not worth letting you monologue in combat.
Too bad. I guess I will be using this majestic killing blade after all.
Fine. Forget it then.
Jeez. Oh wow, I totally forgot. Oh my god, how did I forget? I mean, I wanted to make her a wolf knight, but the thing is, she's actually, her skills sort of like make her lean towards a thief. Like her personal skill just makes her lean towards being a thief. Because it has like, you know, yeah, it has like terrain effects, man. Terrain effects, and then just like being trying to kill. Like she's very much a unit built to like, you know, utilize the terrain effects the best as possible. Okay, finally the end of this support chain. Whoop-de-doo.
All right, Yunaka. We're alone. Finish your story.
Oh my goodness.
All right. The girl does as she's told, as she's trained to do. Killing is just a job to her, not personal. Until one day, when the assassin who raised her falls ill. His disease is incurable. He has little time left. So he tells the girl the real reason he took her in was to set her up to succeed him. And then, offering all the money they'd earned together as payment, he gives her one last job.
Oh boy.
No. She feels mostly scorn for him, but she also knows that, without him, she wouldn't be alive.
Dang.
So she honors his last wish. She puts him down.
Ay, ay, ay! Oh my god.
After that, Larimar gives up murder for hire. Tries to move on with her life. She changes her name to Yunaka, and that's it. Here she is, being someone new.
I see.
Oh, man.
Now, about the meeting with the Brodian brass.
Right. I'm still suspicious of your intentions.
Oh, man.
I was laying the groundwork for a project.
What kind of project?
Yeah, just please listen to her, man. Citrine, listen to her.
Truth is, I've been wanting to set up a fund to help underprivileged kids. That meeting was going to be the start. I was planning to propose the idea there.
Oh.
Yeah. And instead, you... Yes, I recognize your need to protect the country, but you did sort of like push Yunaka into a very uncomfortable position. Sort of violated her boundaries just a tiny bit.
So that's why you've been asking so many people about the Brodian Assembly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. My goal is to do all I can to make sure no kid has to go through what I went through.
Oh my god, Yunaka. I'm tearing up. I'm legit tearing up. Oh my goodness.
I've been a vicious fool.
Glad you finally recognized that!
What? No way. You were right to be suspicious. That didn't bug me.
Oh man.
Yunaka, please allow me to help you establish that fund. Consider it the start of my apology.
Wait, really?
As this war rages on, the number of children who have lost parents grows and grows. Rhodia's heart is breaking. Many of our nobles have been searching for ways to help.
Dang.
Please, let me share my connections. I acted in bad faith, and I must atone for that mistake.
Thank goodness she's realizing it.
No, you've got nothing to atone for. Seriously, I'm nothing but grateful.
I'm relieved to hear that. You're trying to do a wonderful thing here. I will ensure that you find success. You and I have a long working relationship ahead of us. I look forward to it.
Oh my goodness, thank goodness.
Yeah, we do. And I promise you, I'll never forget this kindness.
Oh, wow. Wow. So glad that this... Wow. Okay. Citrine and Seedal. Okay, the last two conversations are with Seedal. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Second to last one. Here we go.
Citrine, are you still worried about my reading the other day?
I am. I have thought of little else since.
Why is there like a little bit of shade in the...
I see.
In the daylight, what?
Rhodia's towns. Have you ever been? They're wonderful.
Oh boy.
Especially after a nice long bout of rain.
The
sun peeks out from the clouds and all the buildings glitter, like a scene from a fairy tale.
Oh boy, Chloe would like that.
As a young girl, I used to sit by the window during storms and wait for that moment.
Cool.
I would even skip my ballroom dance practice and just sit there, waiting.
Cool.
It's a beautiful story. Like one from a book.
Awesome.
But reality isn't storybook beautiful very often. You can't just sit and wait for the rain to stop.
What?
Sitting and worrying about what Brodia's fate might be won't help your homeland.
And there we go.
I know that. I'm not waiting by the window anymore. I'm out there in the mud fighting for Brodia.
Dang.
I'm just one person. I can't protect the kingdom on my own. And that, well, it breaks my heart. I have to go. Excuse me.
Oh man.
Citrine.
That was something. Okay. Cool. Even though I barely use you, you are you're making somewhat of an impact on this. Yeah. On this, like, cast still.
Cyril, I have glimpsed your future again. Your performance this evening will be well attended.
No need for your skills on that front. My performances are always packed full.
I can also see that it will rain tonight. Be sure to prepare for your walk home.
That does seem fairly obvious, Kagetsu. Rain clouds just rolled in.
You see, useful as cooling fans in winter.
Your premonitions really do seem to be for the most useless things. If this power of yours was only a bit more applicable, I'm sure I'd be quite envious.
No
Dang.
one to envy abilities like mine when you can read fortunes.
My fortune-telling skills are well regarded, sure. But sadly, they aren't perfect.
Yep.
Why do you say so?
Yeah, just go.
My master, the one who taught me to dance, he was attacked and killed by thieves. If my divination skills had been perfect, I would have seen it coming. I could have saved him.
Dang.
So, I keep honing my skills in hopes I don't ever have to experience that kind of regret again.
That's something.
Perhaps you would read my fortune then.
Your fortune?
Your fortune?
Yes. You said that you wish to sharpen your skills. I would gladly serve as your training partner.
That would be very helpful. Thank you.
Awesome.
Think nothing of it.
Awesome,
Well
awesome,
then,
awesome.
Let's see what fate has in store for you.
Cool.
Kagetsu, as the fog of destiny parts to reveal what lies ahead, I see. Oh no. It's L'amour, the death card. And it's in the upright position. It means misfortune awaits you.
What?
Oh boy. That's a little rough. I just hope it's comical misfortune and not actual misfortune that translates into the game. So I mean, obviously he does have an A support, but oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, alright. I'm done now. I'm done now. I'm going to bed now. I'm going to sleep. Take care, everyone.